So the next one is validation testing. So after you have the design, this is a very important stage. So usually when startups come to us, they either finish the DVT, or they don't even have a kind of DVT, they just have a kind of EVT, so they go to PVT. I don't recommend company to skip all those kind of validation testing stage, because each stage is different and unique, and it's very important because it will give you another kind of data, and it will give you another kind of information, and you will also find so many mistakes, no matter from the design, also from kind of manufacturing issues. We were caught always, like the screw thread won't work good, or the waterproof system does not work perfect. So at this stage, there's so many things we have to tweak based on the spec list we will receive. Okay, and then number one is EVT. Most people also call it Alphataba, which is engineering validation testing stage. And that stage, I don't think this is very important, is design validation testing, or people call it beta build. So usually you will make 100 or 200 for this one, and then you will do another kind of design testing. And then after you pass this one, you will go PVT, which is people call it pre-production build as well. Sometimes you're making 500 or 1,000, and then you will send it to backers and also the investors, your customers, to do more kind of testing and get more feedbacks. And also in this stage, you will need to finalize an SOP, which is very important, is standard operation procedures. So this is going to be sent to manufacturers in our production line. So all the kind of employee training on production line, it's based on SOP. Okay, how they get to know your product without playing with the device is the SOP. So they will have a training to know the product, and then they will, based on the SOP provided by customer, to study how product operate. Okay, so this is very important. Also, at this stage, so you will need to kind of work on the production cost estimated. Okay, and then get to know the total price, including duty, shipping cost, everything. So you will be able to get it from the manufacturer. They will be able to help you to get information already. Okay. Most important at this stage, I always recommend our startups, and most startups, they always forgot, is the certify the product. Okay, whenever FCC, CE, or UL, and CSA, sometimes they always get confused if they do need FCC or CE, right? Without involved, I usually don't involved with the certification, but if you guys, anyone who need help, then definitely can reach out to me. Okay, so next one. So next one is turning to mass production already. So for mass production, it's basically PCB assembly, injection molding, plastic parts, and other kind of mechanical parts like CNC machining, or any other like vacuum forming or die casting, those kind of parts, right? And then your device will go into kind of final product assembly, and then testing. And testing stage will confirm fully functional, meets all the kind of quality spec, and also understand what's the kind of scrap rate. So you will need to working with manufacturer to understand this. So initially in business, it's around 10% at very beginning, but as going kind of volume production, so the manufacturer should be able to reduce to 1 to 3%. But it's case by case, depends on how complicated the product it is, right? And then you can start packaging So it will be ready to ship by ocean or by air. So next one, you're going to continue improve your product after mass production. You're going to working with manufacturer closely to lower the manufacturing cost and also improve your supply chain. So in the future, I think we always have a kind of new way to do the prototyping and manufacturing. I do heard and I do know so many kind of customers and our friends, they were talking about industrial kind of 4.0. They were really kind of exciting to know when those kind of things coming. I always talk to them, even though those coming, you probably won't get benefit because the labor cost and everything will be increased because the machinery, it's costly at beginning, right? That's why number one thing for startup is always need to understand the fundamental developing kind of process stage and follow with the right check. Doing the right thing at the very beginning is very important. And in the future, I think what I would do, and in the future I can see there's going to be manufacturing as a service kind of model in the market. So what that means, just like software as a service, you paying a certain amount of the fee, you will be access to the manufacturers to make certain kind of projects for free. So that way will be lower the manufacturing cost and lead time, and also will benefit people's kind of networking. So why is because most time like playground, right? If you know it, so they have a very kind of good community to helping startups similar to Alphataba. We also try to kind of develop those kind of platforms to helping the startups to grow, mainly focus on hardware kind of startups. So in the future, I do see membership for hardware business is going to be a huge play, such as kind of PCB assembly and 3D printing, especially 3D printing. There's so many opportunities there because the 3D printer is getting better and better, and the quality is the product, the printer's kind of capability, and it's getting much better than before. First time I remember back to 2013, when I was helping a customer to get a 3D prototype made, is very rough. So right now you can even do the kind of color 3D printing already. So this is going to be a huge gain for future manufacturing. So what that means you probably don't need to spend too much money to cut a mold. Instead, you just need a 3D printer in your facility, or find some 3D kind of vendors to do it for you, which is quick turnaround time for this, right? And then design and manufacturing in the future are going to be one platform what I can see. Number one reason is so many startups or engineers, they start design the parts, right? Especially when they generate the bombs, and they have a hard time to keep on check on the components lead time. So if there is a platform can helping electrical engineers or mechanical engineers to resolve this issue, they can use the software in the platform, and after they finish design, they just need to submit it, and the platform will automatically keep on check weekly or monthly to let them know what's the lead time for the components they select. Okay, that's all the future manufacturing. Again, it's happening. I can see it. So I know a few companies doing it. It's open BOM. So if you load it, you can design files. You don't need to generate the bill of material by yourself. Okay, as long as you know the part number, and then they will generate for you. And then by doing so, you will have a on check components lead time and price in the account for you. So which is very, very very easy, and that's I can see ongoing, which is our goal to build those kind of platform to benefit our startups, how we start a company as well. Okay, so that's pretty much about what I can share today. And I think the best decision for your company to making product are based on data, process, and expertise. And definitely leverage the track record of success in the hardware from A to Z, just don't skip. Yeah, I think it's very important to follow the step by step and then evaluate each stage until you say, yes, we are good for this stage, then moving on to the next stage. If you cannot jump, in the future, maybe you will cause more issues. Yeah, that's pretty much I can share for today, guys.